You're looking at the tornado on the ground.
We all barricaded down here.
I looked up and saw the wall move.
You could find plenty of damage from the tornadoes that tore through the area in 2014. That includes damage to St. Luke United Methodist Church in Tupelo.
WTVA meteorologist Gabe Maynor spoke with survivors and how they are still being affected 10 years later. He joins us live in Tupelo with their story.
I'm right outside the playground at St. Luke United Methodist Church. It was this playground 10 years ago that was wiped out by the EF3 tornado here in Tupelo, and it was all caught on security camera footage.
Well, we were on the other side of Tupelo, and we decided we were going to go check on the church, and we couldn't get to it. The whole neighborhood was destroyed.
April 28th is a day that everyone will remember. An EF3 tornado ripped through the streets of Tupelo, destroying everything in its path, including St. Luke's United Methodist Church. The front of the church was ripped off and the sanctuary was destroyed. But look at it now, completely recovered and continuing to grow each week. Church member Mr. Bullock told me that people still talk about that frightening day.
In most of the older congregation, yes, we talk about it quite often. So, you know, every time we pass that window that's behind me there, you know, because it's kind of in memorial of that.
The violent tornado went across Highway 6 on a direct path to St. Luke's United Methodist Church, the church that you see behind me right there. That's when it started to move northeast, right across McCullough Boulevard. At this point, it was at EF3 strength and continued to head in this direction. The EF3 tornado then ended up in a neighborhood on Rogers Drive. 18 people living along Rogers Drive came to this home that you see behind me. This is the only house on the street that has a basement for shelter and safety. So all of them gathered together, went down to the basement, and when they came back up, the street they loved was unrecognizable.
So some people got in the bathroom, some people actually stood in the shower, and then there was a little area underneath the stairs that the rest of the people got. Well, my family and Sam McCrae's family, they got underneath the stairs. And as the tornado came through, it sounded like a freight train to me.
That is the actual sound. And I've heard that before, and I was thinking, there's no way it's a train. There's no way. And it sounds like an actual train on top of your house. And then the next thing you hear is trees, a ton of trees falling on the house.
There were adults, dogs, children, babies. Everybody went to shelter. Jace McRae is the son of Sam McRae. He was only 7 months old at the time, but thanks to his family's heroic acts to take shelter, he is 10 years old and about to enter the 5th grade.
That means a lot to me just because they put me in front of them.
Now, the road looks completely different. Trees were removed, homes were fixed or rebuilt, and now you would never guess that a violent tornado ripped through this area. April 28, 2014 will always be remembered by these 18 people and everyone else here in Tupelo.
And now, 10 years later, what impacts still stick with you?
You know, reflecting on it 10 years later, I just feel grateful. We still have stuff, and we have everybody. Everybody's okay.
You know, we don't take anything for granted anymore. Better safe than sorry.
I understand that I have a wife, and I have a son, and I have a family, and whether it's inconvenient for me or not to have a bag ready or have supplies ready or stuff like that, whether that's inconvenient or not, it's not about my inconvenience or my convenience. It's about protecting my family.
It has been a decade now, and all the homes and all the buildings have been fixed or rebuilt. But that frightening day in April, that will always be remembered. Live in Tupelo, meteorologist Gabe Maynor, WTVA 9 News.